My name is Camille Nolan, and I'm a part of the class of UT 22. I am the current chaplain of Umoja, and today me and my Vice President, Raven Hamilton, will be talking to you about imposter syndrome. We'll be going over a few definitions as well as some of our own personal experiences regarding to imposter syndrome to be any sort of guidance to anyone who may be feeling the same things we felt when we were a freshman. For those of you who may not know, imposter syndrome is a feeling that makes you think you aren't fully qualified to fit in with a certain group or environment. It can cause stress and anxiety, especially when someone thinks they'll be called out for fraud for not truly belonging. So far, there isn't an exact cause for imposter syndrome, but many studies have linked it to new environments as well as institutionalized discrimination. Both men and women experience the sensation and find themselves doubting the legitimacy of who they are on a daily basis. On top of a million other obstacles college students face, imposter syndrome shouldn't be another one that they should face by themselves. 9 times out of 10, if you feel that you're thinking you may not belong here or you truly just don't fit in, there are other students feeling the exact same way that you do. You made it to UT because of your qualifications and because they pick you to be another representation of the school. Don't let anyone tell you that you're here because of affirmative action or because you got in because you're a certain race or because you belong to a certain socioeconomic status. It's not true. They're haters and you belong here. I'm truly proud to welcome another class to UT, and I truly believe that everyone watching will succeed and create new innovations that we'll all be prospering from in the future. Now I'd like to personally pass it on to my Vice President, Raven Hamilton, as she tells you all about her own personal experience with imposter syndrome. Thank you.
Hey y'all, I'm Raven. I'm the Vice President of Umoja. I'm a junior at UT, and today I'm going to be sharing my experience with imposter syndrome. And so myself and the ladies of Umoja decided to come together and share our experiences, give some advice, and just share some general information about UT and ourselves in hopes to help, our fellow incoming Black women at UT. So yeah, so just to start with my experience. So basically my college decision came down to 2 colleges, at the end. So I basically had to decide between UT and Howard University. And UT is a PWI, a primarily white institution, and UT is an HBCU, a historically Black college university. And so Howard was where my heart was. That's where I desired to be. That's where I wanted to be. I wanted the experience. I wanted to be in the culture. I really just loved everything about Howard, and that's where I wanted to be. UT, on the other hand, not really, UT was where the money was for me. It's like I got a scholarship, I had in-state tuition, and I lived on campus the first year, but after that I'll be able to commute, so I wouldn't have to pay all that money for, like a dorm or apartment, right? So the money situation was just a lot better for me. And then with Howard, I did get a scholarship, and of course I had like financial aid, which was loans. And anyone who knows me knows that I do not like debt. I do not like loans. I did not want student debt. That's the one thing that I said going into college is I don't want it. I don't want it. And Howard wasn't giving me what I needed. It wasn't doing it for me. And so basically that was kind of like the real deciding factor for me when it came to where I decided to go to college in the end. Of course there was more, but that was like the main thing for me, picking between the two. And so I ended up deciding to go to UT. And that decision was really hard for me because, like I said, my heart was at Howard. And I didn't even know about HBCUs until my junior year of high school. Like, I'm from a relatively small town or city, and I just didn't know about HBCUs, you know? And so when I did, and I really saw like everything about Howard and everything, I was like, yes, that's me, that's where I need to be. And so yeah, but anyways, I decided on UT, and yeah, so you know, I started getting the group meets, met some people on Twitter, and orientation comes around. And my orientation experience was actually really good. I actually really enjoyed myself at orientation. I met some really cool people. Fate, Texas was really cool. And I was like, you know what? I can kind of see myself here. You know, I can deal with it, you know. And so fast forward to first semester of freshman year, and first semester was actually pretty good. I actually enjoyed myself. Yeah, but then second semester came around and it was a whole nother ball game. Second semester, so many things happened to me and were just happening in my life, like with family and friends, and I actually experienced death in my family, someone who was super close to me, and that really was just super hard for me. And on top of that, I was really starting to feel like I just didn't belong here at UT. Like, I just didn't belong here. And on top of that, I really didn't want to be here to begin with. And that became a lot. It really became a lot. And I was like, you know what? I'm about to get up out of here. I'm about to fill out this application. And next semester, we about to be at Howard University in Washington, D.C. I mean, obviously I'm still here, right? So that didn't happen. But yeah, so I, got the letters of recommendation. I filled out the application and I was about to send it in. But before I did that, I really wanted to seek God, really, and figure out why was I here at UT? And in that time, I really saw that I was really placed here at UT, for a reason and for a purpose and on purpose. And, that was okay, and also in that time, like, provision was just happening, like, back to back to back. And like, I was getting executive board positions, like internship, and just other things were just happening and being provided for me. That's like, okay, like, God was really like making provision for me to be here at UT, and at Howard it still would have been the same, like, money situation and all that. And so I really figured out that, I am supposed to be here at UT. And so I decided to stay. And that decision was really the hardest decision for me. Like, it was really hard. Because like I said, I didn't want to be at UT, and I really didn't see anything changing at the time. Like, socially and just everything about UT, to be honest. But yeah, I decided to stay. And I'm not gonna lie and say that, I'm not gonna lie and say that I wish that I didn't go to Howard, because I do wish I went to Howard. And I still kind of do want that experience and everything like that. And I'm not gonna say that I have the biggest UT pride, because I don't, But I know that this is where I'm supposed to be, at this time. And so yeah, I really wanted to share that experience, because I really did feel like I didn't belong here. I felt like I didn't have community, and I felt like I was alone. And that's the worst, and that's something that I don't want someone to feel like. And that's a part of the reason why we decided to do this, and I decided to share my experience with you guys, because obviously you're not a UT right now, but you know, you will be, and you may feel like that. And so I want you to know that you are not alone, and trust me, other people are feeling this way, and it's okay, you know. But I really just wanted you to know that you're not alone, and it's okay, and you'll get through it, and you know, it's gonna be better. And you can get those experiences, you know, you can get the experience you want, you can get the community that you want. You may have to seek it out, and it may, you know, take a little more effort in time, but it'll happen for you. And yeah, and it may not be the same experience that you would have got somewhere else, or you know, anything like that, but it's okay. And so yeah, that was my experience with imposter syndrome. And mine was not, you know, like academic, it was socially. And I mean, of course there's still the academic piece, you know, like there's some really intelligent people at UT. Granted, I'm, you know, very smart too, but you know, there is that. But I didn't really see a lot of people talking about like social imposter syndrome. And so I really wanted to share that experience with you guys, because that is something that's very real and that you may experience. So yeah, that was my experience with imposter syndrome. If you guys have any questions, or if you just want to hit me up and chat and do whatever, you can hit me up. I'm, you know, I'm nice, I'm open, you guys can really reach out to me. So yeah, that is it, and we will see you guys. Camille will be talking about more like general information with imposter syndrome tomorrow. So yeah, bye guys.